You all right there?
How are you doing?
Nice to see you.
Yeah, cool. Nice to see you too. So, why have you come to see me today, Luke?
Well, what I've done is I've done some performance profiling for your team and their game against Atletico. So what I've done is I watched the first 20 minutes of the game, and the first thing I did was every 10 seconds I'd split the pitch into different sections and noted down with a little cross whereabouts the ball was every 10 seconds, added it all up to see where you had possession most, okay? Next, I did standard possession, so how many touches you had compared to Atletico, and also the passing accuracy, so the successful passes between the two teams. And then individually, I gave a rating to each player out of 30 on their specific criteria for their position, okay, so how important it is for them, and then done an overall performance profiling for the whole team. Yep.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Okay, so as a whole, how did Barcelona do in the match?
Well, as you know, they did really well. They won 3-0, so that was
Yeah.
great. They got to this by doing some really good stuff. So as you can see on this sheet here, with the pitch being split up into sections, the ball was mostly in this E section here, so the left portion of the pitch against Atletico's side of the goal. So you had the ball in their half quite a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And the good thing about you having it here is your strongest player, Messi, was constantly receiving the ball in this position. So, you know, you're always giving it to the best player, promoting the best chances for a goal. The only downside to this is when you, say if Messi's injured in a game and he can't play and somebody else has to fill his place, it might not be as successful. Okay?
Yeah.
Possession-wise, I watched 20 minutes and counted the amount of touches. So Atletico had 223, which is 32% possession, whereas Barcelona had an outstanding 473 touches, which is 68. So that's just a strength throughout. That's probably your strongest point in the team at the moment. How many passes you can make and maintain the possession.
Okay.
And lastly, as a team, successful passes. Atletico Madrid only made 60 successful passes, so you guys intercepted their ball quite a lot, which is really good. Whereas Barcelona made 173. So, you know, the amount of passes is really good, creating a lot of opportunities for yourselves there.
Yeah.
And going into the individual players, they're all rated out 30 here. So your strongest player here is your centre mids, who's got 29 out of 30, which is, you know, that's really good. 30 is world class, so he's pretty much right up there. That was Xavi.
Yep.
His criteria was passing, playmaking and tackling. That's really important for his position. So passing, he got 10. So almost every single pass he got to the player he wanted it to.
Right.
Playmaking, you know, just deciding where you're going to feed the ball through to a player so they can get it without it being intercepted. He got 10 again, outstanding there. And tackling, even though it's not so much his position, whenever the ball came to him by the opposing team, he always seemed to get the ball off him. So that's great.
Yeah.
So yeah, as a strength, I'd say that's your strength there, your centre mid. Okay.
Yep. Okay. Cool. So, what were our strengths and who was our star player then?
Well, so the centre mid.
Obviously, yeah, Xavi.
Just gone over that. So that's Xavi.
Yeah. Cool.
29.
Okay.
So I would say the weakness of your team
Right.
was the centre back, who only got 22. The centre back was Busquets in this match. So again, the criteria for him was passing, strength, and tackling. Passing, he got a 9. You know, not too bad. He did make a few good passes, but his strength, so the ability to hold off attacking players, wasn't so good. He was always getting pushed off the ball or getting past. And his tackling really wasn't up to scratch, and where it should be to be in a team like this. People were constantly getting past him, and he wasn't really making any successful tackles. Okay, so that's why he got 22 out of 30. Still a great score, but not up to the standards I think you guys should be.
Okay, so well, they were our weaknesses anyway.
Yeah.
But how would we be able to actually improve those?
Okay, so obviously. Being a centre back himself, he's probably the biggest weakness in the team at the moment. So for him, I would suggest getting him into the gym, doing some strength training with his strength coach, and just doing some drills.
Right.
I'll leave that down to you, 'cause you know how to improve that. But
Yeah,
doing some passing drills, tackling drills, and just getting back up to scratch.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Well, did you make any comparisons to Atletico, and if so, what were the main differences?
Yep. So I can kind of run over again, maybe a couple of more points, but like I say, the possession that you guys had, your possession was outstanding. They, didn't have so much possession. The ball, as you can see here, when the ball was mostly in their half, even though you might not have had possession of it, they could have. They're still under massive threat, having it so close to their goal. So again, that's a strength from you, always keeping it in their half, away from your half. The ball's very rarely in your half here, which is what you want. You want it up there to put pressure on them, find it hard to get the ball away. So yeah, they're the two comparisons I made between the team for Atletico.
Okay.
Okay.
Brilliant. Cheers. Well, I think that's wrapped up this. So
Okay.
thank you for meeting me, Luke.
No worries.
Thank you for giving me a good analysis.
Thank you.